News Never Forget, remembering the thousands of victims of 9/11. Today marks 18 years since the tragic events of September 11, 2001. Good morning, I'm Chris Raggi.
And I'm Mary Kelby. Welcome to CBS 2 News this morning. A somber commemoration ceremony will be held where the Twin Towers once stood.
The names of those killed at the World Trade Center site, the Pentagon, and on board Flight 93 will be read aloud by family members. CBS 2's Alice Gaynor joins us live from Lower Manhattan with more. Alice?
Chris and Mary, good morning. As you can imagine, security is pretty tight. We're actually positioned down the road here. The Freedom Tower you could see is in the distance behind me. This morning, the 9/11 Memorial and Museum is open strictly to family members of victims only. Later this morning, a large group of friends, family, and loved ones will gather to mark this solemn anniversary, just as they've done for nearly 2 decades now.
Matthew Barnes.
Melissa Rose Barnes.
One by one, the names of those killed on September 11th at the World Trade Center site, the Pentagon, and aboard Flight 93 will be read aloud by family members. Nearly 3,000 men, women, and children. The names of those killed in the 1993 World Trade Center bombing will also be heard. The ceremony will pause 6 times, twice to mark the moment each plane hit the Twin Towers, twice for when each tower fell, and 2 more times to mark the attacks on the Pentagon and on Flight 93. During the first moment of silence at 8:46 a.m., houses of worship will toll their bells. Also on hand, an honor guard made up of members of the FDNY, NYPD, and Port Authority Police Department. Though it's been 18 years, in many ways the wound still feels fresh. Remains of those killed are still being identified. Officials say 2/3 of all World Trade Center responders have at least one certified 9/11-related health condition. After a battle on Capitol Hill, the Victims' Compensation Fund passed through 2092 this summer.
I mean, we're at 204 in just the FDNY alone, and the NYPD is at 241. So, I mean, the number of first responders that have died post 9/11 is greater.
Tonight, the tribute in light returns, and as we look to the skies, the illuminated spirit of the towers, we're reminded of all we lost that day. The people who went to work that morning just like they had so many days before. The firefighters, the first responders who ran in as so many were running out. All the last phone calls made to loved ones. The fear, the love, the panic, the hope, the helplessness, the help, the pain. Today, it all comes back. Though the area has been redeveloped and is once again booming, a tribute to the resiliency of New Yorkers, the reflecting pools stay a reminder of what once stood here. Never forget. And the 9/11 Memorial and Museum will reopen to the public this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Live in Lower Manhattan, Alice Gaynor, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Alice, thank you.